welcome to Dating and Development. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you know. Very warm welcome to you all. Hope we're all keeping well on the 2nd of December. Almost Christmas time. It's almost time where my heart was broken by the girl I loved. Anyways, before we start, comment, like, subscribe, share, do it now. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Thank you very much. I hope I earn your subscription today. Now, I've been away for a few days, yes. Papa SDC has some shit to sort. Had to be done. I'm all good. Thanks for asking. First Dates Ireland. First Dates in general. Who hasn't watched it? I know I've watched it a numerous amount of times, and people said, you should go on to it. And I'm like, no, because I'm not a sap and I'm not a donkey when it comes to getting the girls or talking to ladies, should I say. But I was looking for some new, fresh content to put on the channel. So fresh, in fact, it's so clean, that I found this cheeky video, and it's to do with this girl. She's from Cork in Ireland. It's in the southwest, mind you, for any people who are out of Ireland. And she has a quote in this, and it's, if he's unattractive, I just leave. So the premise of the video is, I'm going to play some. So if you hear video feedback in the background, that's just Mike. My utmost apologies. And you shall get a commentary from myself about it. Let's get into it. So I have to hit record, and yeah, I love you, John. Anyways, let's get into it now. Thank God.
There's literally so many fish in the sea up here, so it's fun. It's very good. It's better than Cork.
Wow. I just hate how fucking cheesy they tend to be. But yeah, let's rewind back a small bit. This is Laura. Laura is from County Cork. As you can tell, she is a woman. Yes. What I give her out of 10, I don't know. But I want to make a point later on into this. But I would love to see. I give her a 5 or 6, personally. She doesn't wake up the one-eyed dragon downstairs. But I'd love to see, like here, she's a 7 max. But I'd love to see what she looks like without the makeup caked onto her, like an Oompa Loompa going to a fancy dress party.
In the sea up here, so it's fun. I suppose I've been through like a few horrific relationships.
Now, I would love to know what she means by a few horrific relationships. Now, it's funny how they don't usually go into the detail, but if I'm hearing horrific relationships, I'm pretty much thinking that there's some sort of isuba going on. Isuba spelled backwards. Thank you to Diamond Sharp for that terminology to get around the algorithms. But usually when a woman is like, if you're in a relationship and she refers to you as like controlling or possessive or this, that and the other, really it's just you're not letting her get away with jack shit. Let's be honest, like, a woman will complain, oh, you let me do blah 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 blah, but just like you're saying, you're not tolerating the crap she's going to do, or like really you're kind of protecting her from herself, aren't you?
So I think I'm like a bit hardened.
A bit hardened in relationships. What I say is another way to say I'm a bit hardened is that her standards are incredibly high. None of those men catered to her standards, therefore the relationships did not go very well. That's just my take on it.
Hello, how are you? I've been single for about 8 months. There you go, thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, 8 months couple relationships. 8 months is not too much of a long time to be single, but no doubt about it that she has probably had some friskiness in there as well. Cork women are known to be quite wild.
Yeah, you look lovely.
You tell everyone that.
Oh, what a fuck. That was so rude. You tell everyone that. Jesus, that already tells me the kind of person she's going to be. What happened when I say, thank you very much. I appreciate that. What a kind, nice gesture, French man. And yet, she is, you tell everyone that. Reeks security. Reeks of insecurity. Disgusting. Like, he's just trying to be nice, he's just trying to be a host, and you go around, you always tell everyone that. Fuck off.
I'd be very like old fashioned, like I wouldn't be just jumping into bed with anyone, like no, I wouldn't be someone who believes in sex like too early on with anything.
I don't believe in doing the friskiness too early on. You know what? Fair play to you. Fair play. But looking at her eyes, that's a bit of a deadpan stare, isn't it? Right there and then. But you have a few horrific relationships, not going to jump into anything too frisky. But I can see why she wouldn't jump into anything too frisky. And I mentioned that reason why momentarily.
Because you can't just give the game away completely.
You can't, oh, wait.
You know?
You can't give the game away completely. In other words, I don't like him having power. Easy as. I don't want to be submissive towards a man. Easy as. I don't want to give the game away. I don't want to be, this is her saying, I don't want to be played. I don't want the game being given away. I don't want to lose once the slam dunk has been done. That's game over for me. He has won. Shows to me that she doesn't like losing power in a relationship, that she has the she wears the pants in it, or any dating scenario she might be in.
How we doing?
Very good.
Good.
My ideal man would have to be very tall.
Now, let's have a look there at her attire. You know, it's that tells me there's not much effort put into it at all for this date. That's very laxy daisy. That's something you'd nearly wear going to an arcade or going for a walk somewhere. Let's put it that way. Like, to me, there's not much effort put in there. So if a woman's not going to put an effort into herself, then what's that going to say about her relationship and what effort she puts into them?
Tall, intelligent.
Look at those eyes. Let's go back again.
My ideal man would have to be very
This guy walks in, you know, average enough, but look at her eyes when she sees her.
tall.
That's that better not be fucking him, or I'm out the door, you absolute wanksing. Good luck. Take it. Jeez, should be out of Ireland faster than the Brits after 600 years of ruling Ireland. Maybe more. I can't remember my history. It's not fantastic. Please don't hurt me. But you can tell just from that deadpan stare alone, the guy has to be good looking. That tells me shallow. Those wide eyes, that look of, oh crap, deer of headlights. Deer in headlights. She doesn't want the man being unattractive. She's very shallow. And am I going to be correct? Let's see.
Intelligent, quick-witted, really outgoing.
Actually, I want to rewind this a small bit now, because she's going into the description of what her man wants to be like.
My ideal man would have to be very tall, intelligent, quick-witted, really outgoing. And obviously, I wouldn't mind if he was easy on the eyes as well.
You don't ask for much, do you, ladies? You don't ask for fucking much whatsoever. Easy on the eyes, tall, witty, intelligent. We don't... Jeannie, I told you guys plenty of times in my previous videos, it's a laundry list of what women want in a man. He's got to be all this, that and the other. And her eyes, because he wasn't good looking enough, her eyes widened. She wasn't having any of it, the guy who just walked past. But you see, women, she's average. Let's be honest. If you give her a Kleenex, you can wipe off what she has to offer. Let's be realistic. Her speech patterns are quite stuttered and hesitant. Shows to me there's not, the lights are on, but nobody's home upstairs. That's what that tells me. She's not going to be very socially intelligent or intelligent in general. That's what I get. If I'm wrong, eat my ass. Now, least not to mention, the Kleenex, her beauty is gone. As said numerously, the average woman wants the above average man. It's true, the average woman wants the above average man. She wants a whole lot. But you see, ladies, if you're listening to this, if you're going to hold your standards up to a really unrealistic standard, You're going to find no one. You're going to enjoy cleaning cat hairs and drinking boxed wine, because once that wall comes in and you have those high standards, it's going to be really hard to find someone in your life unless that person is a beta simp or is just extremely desperate, and probably both. Any man who knows his value, who is worth his salt, is not going to want that. So literally lower your expectations, because you're not going to find Mr. Right. The perfect man does not exist. The perfect woman does not exist. You're not going to find them, because it could be a case where you find one, but you're going to want more, and society these days advocates for that. The You Go Girl movement advocates for that. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't settle, but don't settle for less. It's a paradox. It's not going to work. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Adam is a single man in the Garden of Eden. Tonight, he's come in search of paradise.
25 now.
Calling something else.
I'm touching on a bit, so it's
Adam, this guy, pretty handsome. I'll say myself. No homo though. You can't get me out there, guys. 25. He's saying he has to put him out there to find someone. Adam, you're only young. You're only young. If you're not in a relationship, keep playing the field. Like, if you find someone in a relationship you want to be in a relationship with, and you know how to vet them and everything else, perfectly fine. By all means necessary, go for it. Go for it. But if you're single and playing the field, continue to do so and learn your experience. It's only because in this day and age too, men are saying, if you're not married, if you're not this, that and the other, you're a nobody. Same goes for women. Women always compete with each other. They have a man, they'll always bring up their boyfriends. Why? Competition, to show that they actually have someone in their life, to say, look at me, I'm not worthless, I have some sort of value and proof. Like, I've heard it numerous times where girlfriends or girls amongst their friends will bring up their boyfriends a lot. And let me say one more thing too, as a little nugget of wisdom. If one of your girlfriend's friends is saying that you're not good for her, that girl wants you. Now, is that projection? Potentially. But if this girl is bad, if your girlfriend's friend keeps bad mouthing you, saying, he's not good for you, this, that and the other, he doesn't do this, that and the other to you, whatever the case may be, she wants you because she wants a high value man, and she doesn't have one. Or maybe she does have a man, but he's a bit pussy whipped.
it's time I start kind of, getting myself out there and trying to find love. So.
But that's kind of the sense of a hopeless romantic. Now, I used to be like this before. And don't get me wrong, I used to be like this, that hopeless romantic. Gotta find love and everything else. But you're not going to find something if you're looking for it. You let it come to you. You enjoy the experience, you enjoy the processes, and eventually it will come to you. Your energy, your vibrations will vibe with someone else, and you'll click. Just something internally will happen.
I'd be looking to meet someone who's kind of, up for a bit of crack, who's fun, who's doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Now, earlier, I said she has a laundry list. Look at him. He doesn't. Good crack. Now, we're not talking about hardcore nose candy here. Crack in Ireland is a colloquialism for fun, and doesn't take themselves too seriously. He's not asking. Like, obviously, he wants her to be good looking, All guys want a visually pleasing lady, don't get me wrong. But he only wants her to be good crack and not take herself too seriously. Her, intelligent, witty, very tall, easy on the eye. She wants a whole lot, he doesn't want much. That shows the expectations of men have of women and women have of men. And that's why I say to you folks, men, you have to have standards. These women have standards. It's perfectly fine for you to have standards. It is. And if you're shunned for saying, you should love a woman for who she is, fuck that shit. Seriously, screw it. That shouldn't be the case. You're allowed to have standards. If you want a woman who is 5'6", who can do this well, who can do that well, keep to those standards. And that is fine. You are allowed to. Where's the law saying that you can't? Oh wait, there is none. But didn't I say she was very shallow earlier on? Yes, I did say she's very shallow.
How are you?
Welcome.
Adam.
Adam, pleasure to
Adam,
meet
yeah,
you.
nice to meet you, Harry.
We're gonna find Eve for you today.
Hopefully.
Adam.
That's the
It's
plan.
gonna be-
That's the plan anyway. I live at home still. I'm living with my mum.
25, living with your mother. Now, me personally, I've been living out of home since I was 23. Thank God, thank Lord for the day. I had to get out. I had to get out. For my own reasons, but to also not have the thing that I live with my mother, because I don't want to have that kind of label on me. That's just me personally. I like being independent and work with myself. But men, if you're living at home with your parents still, unless you're not financially burdened, try and find a place or share with someone. I know in Ireland that's easier said than done. Like, the rent prices here are astronomical in Dublin, but you've got to find some housemates or something and move out of home. Have somewhere where you can call your own. If you're saving for a mortgage at home, which tends to be the norm in Dublin, where children will live with their parents until they're before they hit 30, so they can save up for a mortgage. Yeah, by all means, that's very fair, but try and get out as soon as possible, because it makes it easier for the seduction process to happen, in a sense that a woman doesn't want to go back to your house where your mother might be listening in, where she's listening to songs of praise and, doing some other stuff as well, which I will not repeat or say to that matter of fact. But if you have your own place or a housemate or something like that who's not really around, it'd be easier to bring them back. They'll feel a lot more relaxed. That's where I'm getting at.
She had her way, she'd probably have me out every weekend on a date, or she's always trying to set me up with people. Bit of a mammy's boy, big time, I would say. Yes, I am actually, yeah, there's no point denying it.
That's your lady.
It's a bit of a mammy's boy. I can be myself included, but I've kind of grown a bit more balls.
How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
What a relief.
Adam is my name.
Relief. A relief from what, Laura? Oh, I know why. Because he's not unattractive. Handsome enough lad. Don't get me wrong. He is tall. What a relief. Oh, you're good looking. That's what she's really getting at. And at least we have context for that statement. But look how she reacts with them when he walks in. Glass down.
That's your lady.
How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
What a relief.
Adam is my name.
She did lean into the face with everything else, 2 kisses on the cheek, but she didn't reciprocate. She's like, oh, here we go. I don't know how they do it in Cork, but it looks like to me that, she can't really be saying much. Like, you gotta exercise a bit more, to be fair. You gotta be a bit more healthier. You can't practice what you preach if you don't practice it yourself. But yeah, look at his body language. He's very slanted in. That's kind of shown that he's in a bit of a subservient position, but it could be to do with his height as well, though. That's why he's leaning in.
How are you? I'm Laura. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are things?
Good.
You've started without me, obviously. The wine?
Well on the way, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that kind of means she's getting a bit tipsy already. Irish phrase yet again.
But if he was unattractive, I'd just leave. I'd just say that something came up and I
One
have to leave.
weapon. Apps. I'm just gonna say she's a bitch. She's an effing bitch. If he's unattractive, I'd just leave. Honestly, you can't say much yourself because your beauty can be wiped up with a Kleenex wipe. Easy as, and we'll see where we are then. Is that me being vindictive? No, it's not. But have some integrity with yourself. If you're going to respect someone like that, they're not going to respect you. And as I said, if you're going to have those kind of high standards where someone's unattractive to you, or someone is unattractive to you, you're not going to find anyone. You are not. Or if you will find someone, that relationship is going to be very shallow. More than likely, they're going to be quite shallow, narcissistic. Sounds like to me, you are also narcissistic. That's going to be a breeding ground for a toxic relationship where no one's going to be happy. It isn't. That's extremely vindictive. And what are you going to do then when your looks eventually fade, when the wall comes crashing into you like a ton of pussies? He could leave you because, he might say, oh, you're not good looking anymore. I'm going to find someone much younger, much more better looking than you. Where does that leave you? Oh, I wonder why this happened. Oh, this is so sad. Why she sucks some dick. I doubt she would be, but look, that was just for a joke. But she gonna be quiet. She won't know why it's happening. But we know why. He's shallow. You've made a poor choice because you can't seem to vet out men. Okay, I'm going to rephrase that. She can't vet men based on personality. It's always on looks. You're not going to find a quality person if you're going to vet them, or you're going to take them in phrasing for only one condition. Not going to work. You have character, charisma, whole bunch of other things. Looks are something, yes, they are. But if you want to settle for someone who doesn't have the looks, if you're not going to settle for someone who doesn't have looks, then where are you going to be? Absolutely nowhere. Good luck.
Are you from Dublin?
Yeah.
What sort of a question was that? Your accent's clear.
It's very thick, isn't it?
It is pretty clear.
Where's the accent from?
Cork, yeah.
Oh God.
God. Like that would be like that's prime teasing there. He's just teasing our Cork. Oh God, like, you know, and he has a very playful way towards it. Like, look at him.
Thick, isn't it? Where's the accent from?
Cork, yeah.
Oh God.
It was a very quick edit there, but you see the smirk on his face. The smirk is there on his face when he says, "Oh God." And she's like taking the proper offense to it because her fragile little ego is being hit. Poor Baba. She's absolutely dumbfounded. I guarantee that's someone who's a man who's actually stuck up for himself, who should have been the balls, had a bit of game, bit of teasing. He's like, look, yeah, shut the fuck up, like, you're from Cork. Bit of messing, a bit of banter. And she took offense to it because look at her face, not happy.
I knew it was a country accent. I didn't know where from though.
Oh my God, a country accent.
Sorry, I know Cork.
Everyone
the
in
Republic,
Dublin
the Republic of Cork. Sorry,
thinks that everywhere outside Dublin
it's a country accent. That's because it is.
The voice annoys me. Like, she's just so monotonous. It annoys me. Nah, nah, nah. Sign of a boring personality. You're going to have a dull, monotonous tone like that to your voice. You're going to be pretty boring, realistically. And why taking like, I have a country accent by Irish standards. I live in Dublin, but I'm from outside of Dublin, about 2.5 hours away. I have a country accent considering to the Dubs. Stanley bud, Stanley like, jeans, you have 20 off for the Lewis bud. Terrible Dublin accent. But to others, if I'm outside the pale or outside the big smoke, I am a culture. And yes, I am a culture. But look, I'm not going to take offense to it. If a girl would say, "You're a bit of a culture, aren't you?" I'll play along with it. Like, oh, Jesus, but you're sure you know yourself. Play along with it. Just ramp it up. Ramp it up. Easy way to pass a little test. But he's handled himself. He's handled that test. He's not getting flustered. He's getting on that. He's passed. He's playing it quite cool. And like that, he has some game. She's just in the famine.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm afraid to hang myself. She is doing my head in.
Cork's the real capital. It's bigger than Dublin.
It's bigger than Dublin. I want to beat myself with a stick. That's fucking logic 101. It's like her intelligence has gone to 100. Intelligence 100. Fucking Skyrim. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. She has the logic of a baby trying to explain that a spoon is actually an asteroid.
It is. I feel like this man should be like the mediator.
That man should not be a mediator. It's just you don't know how. He just doesn't know how to take a guy standing up for himself.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah.
No, not as much trouble as I'm in.
I think he's pretty cool. Like he's playing along with it. He has some sort of game. He's not taking it very seriously. I like that.
I would genuinely go for kind of quirky women. You know, there'd be something different about them. You look
That
very
would
well.
apparently be. Thank
I
you.
like
You're
that
obliged to say
green.
that.
I like the green. Green is one of my favourite colours.
I was going to wear a dress, but one of my shoes is too big for 1 foot, so I was like, you might fall.
I literally zoned out. My shoe. She's boring. She is the definition of a snooze fest. I would not put my alarm on snooze. If she was my alarm, I'd fucking throw it against the wall. Christ almighty. But let's finish off the video.
Your shoes, you've odd feet.
No, it's like, it's just, I just noticed that one shoe like falls off, like it just heads off like without my heel. So then it's gone.
Oh my god. I would rather watch paint dry. Jesus Christ. I identify as Buzz Lightyear now. But yeah. Look, Laura, if you ever come across this video in your lifetime, I'm going to lay you some facts. Ladies also, I'm going to lay you some facts. First of all, lower your expectations when it comes to men and dating. Lower them. It'll be for your best interest. Trust me. Second of all, don't be boring. If you're talking about how one shoe is as big as the other, or one foot is bigger than the other, that's boring crap. Get over it. And third of all, should I say, lower your expectations again. The average woman wants the above average man. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. And please, women, we want you to be nice and kind and polite and in your feminine. Just do that. There's nothing wrong with it, really. But look, that's all I have time for today. That made no sense. That's all I have time for today. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Take care. God bless and stay safe.